In today's video, we're going to be talking about 5 diet tips that people with PCOS should follow. Hi, I'm Dr. Seema Sharma and I'm founder director of Srishti Femcare. We often get queries from people with PCOS, young girls who want to lose weight, and they have queries about what they should eat and what they should not. Well, this video is not meant to give you a diet chart. We are just here to give you the medical perspective on the diet that you should follow. The first and the foremost advice from my side is please do not eat frequent meals. And contrary to the popular perception, a lot of people have been told that you have 3 main meals and 3 snacks. That's practically eating every 2-3 hours during your day. Well, this doesn't hold good with people with PCOS. The reason is when you eat a meal, our insulin secretion goes up, and it goes up and then it stays up, goes down very slowly. So while it is going down, if you eat another meal, the insulin levels are going to go up and peak again. So, if you keep your insulin levels up, most of the times we are going to get into a condition called hyperinsulinemia. Now, hyperinsulinemia, as we know, is the main culprit behind most of the problems of PCOS, and it should be avoided. So my advice is you give at least 6 hours, ideally 8 hours gap between the 2 meals. And if you have heard of the concept of intermittent fasting, it works very well with patients of PCOS. It not only helps you lose weight, it also corrects the metabolic abnormalities which are associated with hyperinsulinemia. Second tip. Well, people would tell you to eat carbs and fats and other stuff, but then you have to look at your own body and devise your own meal. The thing is that if your BMI is more than 30, I would strongly advise that you initially take the help of a nutritionist, because it is very difficult to, kickstart the whole process itself. But please keep these diet changes forever. A lot of people ask me, do I do this for life? And, am I never going to eat a pizza or a pasta or something like that? Well, nothing like that. But you must keep track of what you're putting in your mouth. And another important thing is, try and include all colors in your diet, which is very important. Eat a green, eat a red, eat a yellow. And in that way, if you look at your plate of food, it should have maximum deep colors, and that way you will get all your nutritions in your plate of food that you're eating, and you would not have to really count how much carbs or how much fat you're eating, or are you getting enough nutrition in your diet. Third tip is, well, don't quit. Because I hear this very often that, doctor, I did this for 2 months, 3 months, not even 1 kg I lost. What is the whole point? And I need to, it's acha to main khai leti hu. And but metabolic correction starts early, but to show a visible result takes time. So my advice is, please do not quit. It is very important that this changes for life. And we know that PCOS now is considered part of a metabolic syndrome, where there are a lot of other metabolic problems as well. There is tendency for sugar, tendency for, say, diabetes, tendency for high triglycerides, tendency for thyroid disorders, tendency for depression. So many things are linked to it. So it is not only a weight loss goal that you should keep in mind, but you must also keep in mind that you need to eat healthy for life. So please don't quit on yourself, and especially not so soon, like 2 months, 3 months. So weight loss is slow to come by, but it will come. So please stick to it and be kind to yourself. We are all humans. You will have problem days. You went for a party, you will have drinks, you will have high fat food which you did not want to have. You will go off track, but don't make this go off track totally. Just get back on as soon as possible. And you should try and eat low glycemic index foods is another tip that I want to give you here. See, we categorize foods according to the carbohydrates that they release in the bloodstream, and how fast a particular food will release sugar will depend on the glycemic index of that particular food. So my advice is to look for low glycemic index foods and preferably stick to it. So these are the foods which will release sugars in your system very slowly. So once you've eaten something, the food stays in, the glucose is released very slowly. It will reduce the insulin peaks that I just said that you should not have. Second thing is it'll make you satiated for a longer time, and you will not feel hungry to snack. And if you say, for example, if you've had a banana or a very ripe banana, or versus or for say maybe you had a mango or you had an apple. So the mango is going to release sugars fast, it's going to get digested fast, so you're going to have a sugar crash very soon, as compared to say an apple which has got higher fiber content in that, and that will stay in your system longer, so you will not want to have another meal very soon. So that's why apple is a very big favorite with nutritionists, and they will always tell you, like, when you're hungry you have an apple. So these are the few tips. Well, you could be with a dietitian for a short term to kickstart your goals, but essentially you need to adopt these changes in your life for a long time and treat yourself very kindly. Well, that's all for today. If you like today's video, please subscribe and press the share button. Thank you so much.